Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am continuing my favorites series. You guys let me know down below which other ones you want to see or hear. The next one I plan on doing is my bronzer favorites, so that one's definitely coming, but you guys let me know if there's anything else you guys want to see my favorites of. So today we are going to be talking about my favorite primers. So I've tried out what it feels like a million primers, and there's only been a handful that has stuck with me. So I'm gonna start off with my top three, just like I did with my top three favorite blushes. These primers are ride or dies for me. One of them is kind of new to me, but I've been using it every single day, and that kind of says something for me because I only wear primer every single day when I am doing my pore area. I use two for that, and no matter what I use a primer for it. But my face, I do not always, because I moisturize, I do a lot of things, and I don't necessarily always feel like I need to have a primer on the outside of my face. But this primer makes my makeup look so good that I feel like I need it all the time. So I'm gonna start off with the one I was talking about. This is from Sicily. It is a pretty penny, but if you ask me, it is worth every cent. This is the Double Tensure, and it's just as some immediate and long term. This immediately makes your skin feel slightly tighter, softer, everything, but long term it is skincare. So it is going to do great things for your skin. So I think that's why, other than, just the name, but it is dual purpose, so it is more pricey. I will tell you, the first time I used this, I thought it was a trick, like it was in my head, because there's been talk about other primers firming your skin. This one, I actually kind of felt that. I was in the bath and I was washing my faces at the end of the day where this has been on all day long, and my skin felt tighter. And I was like, no. But I do get that. It's not like a sensation when I first do it. It's at the end of the day. This, it has like a skincare kind of smell to it. It's not fruity or flowery or anything like that, but it has the perfect amount of tackiness to it, and it's clear. I don't want to pump it out because, girl, this is expensive. I'm not trying to waste it. But it's not too sticky. It doesn't make me feel like I'm going to break out, because sometimes if it's too sticky, I can feel like I'm just gonna start, you can feel those breakouts coming. This does not do that. I absolutely have fallen head over heels in love with this skincare primer little guy here, and I will repurchase it. And it is a full ounce. For my pore area, I have troubles spitting that out. I use these two, so I'm gonna talk about this first. This is MAC Skin Refine Zone. So this is a tiny, tiny little guy. You do not put this all over your face. You'll become too dry. This is meant for your troubled spots. And so I take that much and I will pop it on my pores. If I put it on my nose looks dry. If I put it on my chin, I don't have very good longevity there. So I don't know why, but it works the best for me right on my pores, and you can kind of almost feel them shrinking up and tightening up. And then it holds on to my other primer I put on top of it even better. But this is a treatment as well, so it keeps your pores exfoliated, cleaned out. I know if I stop using this, I will start getting breakouts here, and I typically don't get breakouts on my actual pores. This also helps with oil in that general area. And then the last in my absolute must-have number threes is the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. You can see I am all the way up to here with this guy. I love it so much. So I take this and I go all over my pores and kind of down my smile line so I don't crease so fast here. I still end up creasing because I have really big smile lines, but it helps it from happening so quickly, and it definitely smooths the area out. I also like to take my finger and kind of push it into the pores on the side of my nose, because my nose pores are huge, and it just really helps on the side. And this does also control oil. It has no silicone in here. It's flippin' amazing. This has replaced this. Now, I am still keeping this in my top favorite primers because it does an amazing job. I will still use this if I needed to. Like if I didn't have my blur stick, this works almost just as well. But what I don't like about this is if you store it a certain way, you'll get like, it's like oil that will come out and you have to like squeeze that out and start over. But this is a pore filling primer. This is from Makeup Forever and it is a step 1 skin equalizer in the smoothing. And it really does smooth out. But I feel like the milk one will actually last a little longer for keeping my pores blurred. I don't know what it is with me and pores, like I don't want to say it. But this one does just as well. If you don't like the milk makeup stick, try this one out, it's phenomenal. The last 3 are face primers. This one right here, I think this is so highly underrated. I talk about this all the time at work. I don't care if you're using La Mer makeup, if you're using La Prairie, if you're using Giorgio Armani, I do not care what you wear. If you are telling me you're a combination or you're telling me you're dehydrated, anything, this just about works on everybody. And I've told several people about this and they've come to me like, Mel, I thought you were wrong, but this primer is perfect. And this is the MAC Natural Radiance. This is yellow. You can get yellow or pink. This one's technically made to brighten up darker skin tones. Honestly, it doesn't, neither color does something different. They work exactly the same. I will take 1 pump of this, looks like this, and I will rub it in all over my face. This hydrates and controls oil, so it does both. A lot of the times oily people are dehydrated, so you put something that controls more oil. A lot of the times, A, it's gonna have a lot of silicone in it and it breaks apart anyway, or B, it over dries you and then you're trying to produce more oil. So this one kind of does both. People will say, well, I get oily in the T-zone, but I'm dry elsewhere. This primer, I have used this consistently ever since the day it came out. I remember, I didn't work for MAC then, but I remember this coming out. I got it, wasn't really sure how I felt about it, but this has to be at least like the 10th bottle I've had. I keep it in my kit. This is my go-to in my kit. I do not keep anything else other than this and then the makeup smoother. It's amazing. If you have been struggling trying to find a primer that will work for you, that is not super expensive, $42, 1 pump, does your whole face. And this is 50 milliliters, 1.7 ounces. Incredible. The next one is from Guerlain, and this is L'Or. This is the gold primer that everybody raves about. This one is said to really tighten your skin, make you look like you got like a facelift going on. I don't have that happen. It does have gold flakes in there. You want to use 1 pump. For me, it just gives me a really nice base to work with. I feel like I can smell the alcohol in it though. It brightens, it hydrates, it does a lot of things, and it really makes my makeup last and look good. But if I'm going to be honest, this one is like $75 and the Sicily is almost $200. I love this primer. I highly recommend it, especially if you do not want to spend $200. But if I was going to tell you one to pick, I would go with the Sicily. But this primer is really, really nice. I do not think this really lifts and firms though. That could be just me. It might do it for somebody who maybe has a little bit more issues. I know I don't need a whole lot of lifting and firming, but I do feel that a little bit more with the Sicily, and not like an instantaneous thing. People have said that this makes them feel lifted. I just want to point out that I have not had that happen, but I do think it's an amazing primer, and it's very, very nice. Kind of like a luxury item. I wouldn't say this does anything better than what the MAC one does. It just feels fancier. The last one is from J1 Jelly Pack. This is Dramatic Firming Skin and Dramatic Firming Skin with improved elasticity and pore smoothing. See, I don't think this does anything for your pores, but I do think it holds on to makeup like none other. This is so tacky. So tacky. Like, you're gonna get this on and like your skin is going to come up whenever you pat it in. You want to take this and actually go like this to put it onto your skin so that you're not dragging it because it's very sticky. If you are looking for that sticky base that is hydrating, because this is very hydrating, this is it. This, I think, is the best working primer, meaning how it holds on to the makeup. I feel like this one is the best. This will give me the longest last out of like any kind of foundation, even if it's not long lasting. This makes it just stay all day. The only thing I will say is it does feel slightly heavy, but if you don't mind to be able to feel your makeup, it's not a big deal, but it grabs onto and it really hydrates the skin. And you can use this as a mask so that you can hydrate your skin overnight, do whatever you want. But I do not agree with the pore smoothing. Like, it does nothing for my pores. In fact, it'll probably make it look a little bit worse if I do not have my pore smoothing guys on there. But as a grabby, holdy primer, amazing. So that's it. Those are my top 7 primers. I'm not gonna put anything, I'm not gonna try and make a 10 or a 6, you know, I'm not gonna go with something number-wise. I'm just going to grab and tell you guys about my actual favorites. So I had 7 this time. But let me know down below what you guys wanna see next, or if you're like, you know what, I saw everything I wanted to see. I'm done with the favorites. And then also let me know down below what your favorite primers are and I will check them out. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.